This next question comes from Ashok, who asks how much importance he should give to the expense ratio of a fund which is otherwise doing well.
You should attach good importance to the expenses, because the fund might be doing well, but if its expenses are high, uh, if a fund is doing well, it could be a result of two, three things. One, the market is doing well, so every fund would have done well. Uh, this fund may have done better than the market, better than the others, so that could be the value addition from the fund manager. Uh, your funds are doing well, you could have also contributed to it in terms of being a regular investor. You would have enhanced your return. If somebody has been investing in mutual fund by way of SIP over the last 5 years, your personal return might be higher than the return generated by the fund itself, simply because you have also invested at lower levels periodically, and this is the reward of your discipline. So taking these three factors into account, I would say that expense remains a constant. When the markets will not do well, your fund will not do well, but expense will still remain the same. So everything else being equal, if you come across a similar fund doing equally well, and if it has lower expense, you can be assured that the other fund with lower expenses will do well. Unfortunately, in India, the way the expense structures are defined or decided or regulated, we don't come across sizable variation in expenses. One is first and foremost consider the direct plan, and then comes looking at as the size of a fund actually matters. As the fund gets larger, the expenses comes down, but unfortunately the larger funds also, there is a headwind to it because it becomes less maneuverable, and it's less flexible. So larger funds struggle to perform. This is called the winner's curse. A fund which succeeds gets more money, and then it gets harder for it to do well because the old tricks or the way the fund used to perform, some the constraints built up. So be conscious of expenses. Be extremely conscious of expenses in fixed income fund. Everything else being equal, lower expense fund will always do better. And so expense is important. Unfortunately, the way our industry and mutual fund expenses regulations are devised, we don't come across expenses as a big differentiator the way funds are bought and sold.